just finished my Bible study, drinking my Arise drink. This drink is mostly for energy. I have hardly had any coffee during these last 4 days that I've been fasting. I've had some black coffee. I don't like coffee like that. So Casey has tried to make coffee a couple times because we've had horrible headaches. And today I was out of lemons, so we didn't have any lemon water, and I thought, let me go ahead and give this a try. I like this because it's super duper clean. It has vitamins and minerals in it as well, so I feel like this will also really help me as I'm transitioning into a full fast. What are you doing? And it also helps to curb hunger, which I thought that's kind of an extra bonus. We'll add that in there. I've used this before as a pre-workout. I like that it is not like other pre-workouts where you're gonna get all that tingle and whatnot. It just kind of feels like you're like, oh, I'm awake. Like I feel really present in my life. I'm very, not even like alarmingly alert. You just feel, like to me, it feels like what a fully energized day would feel like. I'm thinking about what I want to work on today. So I think I'm going to need to make a run to Tractor Supply because I need bedding for the chicken coop. I want to kind of clean that out a little bit. I have the chicks from last spring are still not roosting. Well, they're not even chicks anymore. They're all full size. They are still roosting, and mostly the roosters, right, are roosting on the nesting boxes, which means they're pooping in them. And it has narrowed us down to one nesting box, and it's just not making for clean eggs. And so I'm thinking that's where I'm going on my plan today. However, I do really want to get my nails done. They started peeling already, and one of them is kind of like broken on the side, and I'm like, oh gosh. And of course, if you have children, you know that sometimes they grab your things and then they leave them nowhere to be found until a random day. So I have no nail clippers right now. And so I'm like, okay, I think I'm gonna do some chores. I've got an oil treatment going right now in my hair, and then I just braided it and then wrapped it. Anyways, I'm feeling so much better. The first 3 days honestly were horrible of this fast. Even till yesterday, up until the later part of the day, just awful. The headache was crazy. I'm still feeling just a little bit of like meh in the sinuses, but not bad enough. I did the castor oil pack on my throat. I feel like the sore throat went away. I feel really good. No sore throat at all. Still a little bit of like with the sinuses, but also clearing up. Right now, what I'm, no, be nice to the plants. Right now, what I'm noticing with the fast is a lot of like what I'm carrying in my body that I don't normally pay attention to because I'm always go, 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 which I think is understandable with 4 children, and we haven't even gotten back into the homeschool like dedicated rhythm of this. And the caffeine, I think. The caffeine, paying attention to the way that we, so this is where I'm at, okay? As I've noticed that with the caffeine, my first cup of coffee, I just enjoy it. I like my cup of coffee. I'm not a kind of person that I say like, oh, I need a cup of coffee in the morning to get going. Hawks have been around lately. I just enjoy my first cup of coffee. My husband makes my first cup of coffee. It is the best. I always say, I'm like, I will take your cup of coffee over any other coffee. I love it. Yeah, you got my filters. What you doing with that? But I have noticed that once I drink that cup of coffee, it has also brought awareness to that I tend to have this like, gotta go, gotta get everything taken care of. And I've done so much work over the last few years. Obviously not wanting to like repeat patterns, and hey, be gentle. But I do think that there is still a certain part of me that is afraid to allow my children to like fully experience me, because like there's a fear there that in some way I won't that I'll hurt them maybe, or that it'll be too much. And I've really been paying attention to how that manifests as me just being in more of a masculine energy of like treating stay-at-home motherhood as a job rather than a calling and something that I get to be. And so I think that with the fast, it has allowed me to see those emotional things a little bit clear, a lot clearer. I also think that it has allowed me to see how the caffeine and the sugar are numbing me from my body, and there's quite a bit of discomfort in here, like wholeheartedly. I've been noticing a lot of tension in my back, and I was like, I haven't been to the chiropractor since before I had Oren. So like mobility in my body, right? And so then when you think about stiffness, like where else in my life am I stiff? I'm like, in almost everything. In everything I tend to have this like just very tense like rigidity of like being somewhere but not allowing myself to, you know, be flexible in that space, to be soft in that space, to allow myself to just like be in my life. So it's nice now on day 4 being able to come to these things without the intense headache, which was, like I said, dreadful. I can see, you know, frankly, I can understand now why in the past I hadn't made it very far with fasting, because that part is really challenged. It's like that first like really big jump. So last night was my first training to be serving as a youth leader. I got to work with the 12th grade girls. So these are all girls that are midpoint in their senior year. It was really cool to see, you know, they told me before going in that working with senior girls is really awesome because they ask really good questions, because they're a lot older, and just the way that they are thinking about God and their relationship with God was really, really beautiful, and they were so right about that. Are you satisfied with yourself? You took the eraser off of all my markers. Well, that's where we're at with that. Let's get to it. Alright friends, it's about noon now. Kids had breakfast, snacking on a yogurt right now, and I'm about to drink some of this organic carrot juice. I bought this at Sam's the other day, It's actually been really nice shopping every once in a while at Sam's for things like fruit, little things here and there. They do have somewhat of an organic selection, but not nearly anywhere as good as Costco. But it is really nice for things like juices and fruit and stuff like that. And then I don't have to go all the way to Nashville. So it's a 2 hours drive there and back, plus however long it takes me to shop. Anyways, I did find this Bolt House juice, and it literally just has organic carrots in it. And so there's no sugar added or anything like that. So I'm gonna drink a little glass of this for right now, because I'm starting to feel a little bit hungry. And we're about to get ready to go to Tractor Supply. So I thought I'd show you guys how the garden is looking right now, so that when we see it in all its glory come this summer, there'll be a greater appreciation. So we had, all of this was super full of these loofah gourds. We had so these like took off actually like really late in the year, and like you almost couldn't even walk through it here. I had to come in and like hack a lot of this down. But then we had an early freeze, and it took almost everything out. You can see, and here I have some lilies, I think they are. The sage, the thyme is still hanging in there a little bit. And I had some snap peas in here. I really did a poor job of coming in here and like clearing everything out. This is where we had some of our watermelons and stuff. You can still see the bags. Looks like, yeah. So I did try electroculture last year. I felt like it worked pretty well. Whatever's left of this lettuce, it looks like something's been getting to it. I had bok choy right there. And these are all the remnants from my dahlias. Did you know that these are all seeds? I don't know if these actually got the chance to grow or not. To fully develop, I should say. But yeah, it looks like they did. I'll have to save these. We had ground cherries that found its way into the garden, and those really were quite prolific. This whole area was just full of ground cherries. It was definitely not intentional. These are also dahlias. And I decided to leave them in the ground versus taking them out. I hope I don't regret that, because it has not been that cold this year. We had pumpkins back here. And again with the frost. And I had some really beautiful spaghetti squash growing. And unfortunately with the frost, it just took everything out. But I'll back up so you can see. This is kind of what we were working with last year. And so my plan is to add another row of these arches, either on this side or even like back here. And I think what I'm gonna do is extend this middle part here, so to bring more mulch in and just make this archway go even further back and then split off, versus having it just stop right there, although I'm not entirely sure. So what I could do is back there, make another arch walkway go that way, and then come back. So I really just want to create a bit of a secret garden type feel. Mama Claire.
want to be daring, baby, dance the night away. I let my hair down if I want. Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time? Doesn't sound like fun. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better, so much better. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I want to be silly, baby, dance the night away. I'll kick my shoes off if I want. Let yourself be free and maybe you will find that there is more to life than being pretty. Honey, let's just face it.
We decided to do pizza for dinner tonight, which is not the best for fasting, which I feel like Casey's testing me today for sure. He came home, and bless him, because honestly, like, he's just the best. Anyways, he brought me home a coffee from Plumline. You guys know that I rave about my coffees from Plumline. They are so good. But I was like, what are you doing? He's like, what? They're not bad. There's just a little bit of sugar sprinkled on the top. I'm like, what about this syrup that they put in? He's like, I don't think they put that much in there. And I'm like, so proud of myself for not drinking that. I left it in the fridge because I was just like, there's just no way that that's gonna work in my favor, because I haven't been having a lot of caffeine. And there's quite a bit of caffeine in those coffees, plus whatever sweetener. So I was like, we're just gonna leave it. I'm just gonna put it in the fridge. So I waited until he was done working and quickly got out of my overalls so that we could go get a manicure done, because these girlies are looking rough. I'm getting my nails done. Took a nice hot shower, washed my hair. Tomorrow I can blow dry and style it. Baby's already napping. Well, sleeping, I should say. So maybe napping. I don't know. It always feels like napping because it's already dark. But anyways, since he's already asleep, I'm gonna go ahead and do some of this firming serum so I can roll my face a little bit. So I went and got my nails done. I had seen this pattern with the little hearts on there. I was really excited. I was like, I love that, that's so cute. And still really neutral because I had the red, so I was like, I'm ready to do a little neutral. But y'all, I'm not trying to complain, but like, what is this? Like, I cannot stand when they do your gel so thick like that. I'm just like, how? Like, for starters too, she left like red on my nails from the last manicure, and I'm just like, y'all, that is it for this week's vlog. I will see you back here soon.